Good morning, grade 2s. This morning we're going to be looking a little bit at 2D and 3D shapes. So 2D shapes are your shapes like a square, circle, a triangle. Those are your flat ones, the ones that you would draw in your book or cut out from a magazine. The 3D objects are the ones that we're going to be looking at more today, and they are things that you can hold in your hand. So like a tennis ball or your tissue box or something that you can actually physically hold like this. So I've got a few out here at the moment. If you read with me, this is a rectangular prism, a sphere, not a spear, a sphere, triangular prism, a cube, and a cylinder. These are the ones that we usually use the most. So if we have a look at a rectangular prism over here, if you look nicely, this one is see-through, so you'll need to look carefully. This one is made up of a rectangle. Okay, it's got 1, 2, 3, 4 rectangles and 2 squares, one on each end. Now the important thing about a rectangle and the thing that makes it different to a cube is that it's got long sides and short sides. Okay, now the long sides are all the same and they are all equal in length, and then the short sides on the end are all equal. The 4 short sides here make up your square that's on the end, and your 4 long sides here make up each rectangle. So each side of a 3D object is called a face, and we can count how many faces a rectangle has. So count with me. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 on this side, and 6 over here. Now, just now we're going to do a little bit of an experiment with these. So this one is so easy to remember because you know it's got a rectangle in it, so you know, rectangular prism. So easy. This one is a sphere, and this one's 2D shape partner is a circle. Okay, this sphere doesn't have straight edges, it has got curved edges. It has no corners, and this one is the easiest one to remember. But it's the most difficult one to say. Okay, then we move on. Put this one up nicely so you can still read it nicely. This one is a triangular prism, and over here you can see, over here there is a triangle. That's where you get triangular prism from. If I had to fold these out, I would get 2 triangles, one on this side, and 3 rectangles. 1, 2, 3. Now this shape has got straight edges, no curved edges here, and it's got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 corners on it. Okay. This one here is a cube, and you can easily see that a cube is actually made up of squares because you can see it's got 4 equal sides. So a cube is different to a rectangle or a rectangular prism because a cube has got all equal sides, and a rectangular prism has got longer sides and shorter sides. Okay, so this cube has got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6 faces. Same as the rectangular prism. Okay, now we move on to a cylinder. Okay, this one is a bit funny to see because it's got the soft k. Doesn't say k, it says cylinder. This one has got 1 circle on the edge and another circle on the edge here. And if I had to take my scissors and cut it in half like this and unroll it, this whole part here would unroll into a rectangle. So if you took your piece of paper now and you rolled it up from the bottom, you would actually make a cylinder, like a telescope, like that. Okay, this shape has got no straight edges on it and no corners. Like the sphere, it only has curved edges. So let's experiment here. Let's take this away. Now in grade 2, we do lots of things with our shapes about whether they roll or slide. So let's start on this side here. You can remember what this one's called? Think. Look over here. Triangular prism. Well done. So now, if I want to try and move this, is it going to roll? Is it going to slide? Well, it doesn't have any curved edges, so it slides along a surface because it has got straight edges. If it had curved edges, it would be able to roll along. But because it's got straight edges, it slides. Even if I put it this way, it will still slide across like that. So that's your triangular prism. Rectangular prism. Look carefully. Straight edges. What do you think will happen? Roll or slide? Let's try. If I move it along, does it roll? Does it slide? That's right. It slides because it's all got straight edges on it. So, these two are in our slide group. Next one, a cube. Also, all straight edges. So now we know this one is definitely going to slide because it's just all got straight edges. So 3 shapes that slide. Now this one, if I roll this, easy peasy, it rolls along. Because it's got no straight edges, it's only got curved edges. So our sphere will roll. If I take a cylinder, let's move this here so you can see. If I take a cylinder and roll it rolls on that side. But if I put it on this side, it slides like that. So a cylinder is a special shape because the cylinder can both roll and slide depending on which way you're pushing it. If you put it this way, it's going to roll like that. If you put it this way, it's going to slide along like this. Now, I had a quick look around my classroom, and those of you who are watching that are in my class might recognize a few of these things. I had a quick look around and I came up with some things that I could find in the classroom that are actually these kind of shapes. And for your work today, you're going to go and look around in your house and see what you can find that match these shapes. So first one. All teachers like these sticky notes to remind us of all the things we have to do. This shape over here. 1, 2, 3, 4 straight edges. And they are all equal in size. This is a cube. Okay, so this one belongs over there with my cube. The next one is a dice. This dice again. 1, 2, 3, 4 equal straight edges. If I move it along, it slides. So it is definitely a cube. This one, this is a container of counters. If you look nicely, it's got a circle on one end and a circle on the other end. So I wonder, does it belong with these prisms? Does it belong with my cubes, with my sphere, or with my cylinder? I think it belongs with a cylinder. Like your Coke can as well would belong there. Ooh, this was a nice present that I got once. A whole tube of Smarties. This looks like a long, thin version of a toilet roll. And it's got a circle and a circle, so it definitely belongs here with my cylinders. My water bottle. All you children in my class will recognize this immediately. Now this doesn't have a flat edge here, and it's not 100% straight on this side. But you can see circle, circle. Doesn't belong here. Not a cube, not a sphere, it is a cylinder. Okay, this box here that I found is actually where all these shapes come from. If I look nicely at it, I can easily see this is a rectangle. 1, 2, 3, 4 rectangles. This is a rectangular prism. It's a bigger version of this one, like that. And I'm sure you've all got one of these in your homes. A tissue box. Also a rectangle over here. So it is a rectangular prism. And now I saved my most favorite thing for last. One year I was very lucky. A girl in my class brought me a Toblerone chocolate. And I think it's the only chocolate that you get that's actually this shape. Triangular prisms are very difficult to find. So this chocolate is lots and lots of triangles. And this box is a triangular prism because it's got a triangle on this side, triangle on this side, and 1, 2, 3 rectangles. So these two go together like that. So, for your work that you need to do after this, very easy. I want you to go on a treasure hunt. You are going to take the paper that's on the communicator or in your pack, and you are going to go around your house and find me 1 or 2 things that fits under a cylinder, a sphere, a cube, rectangular prism, or a triangular prism. If you have lots of time and you want to, you may draw those items in the correct columns. If you don't, you can just find them and you can look around and see. I'll give you a big clue. Lots of your TVs are going to belong here to the rectangular prism part. Okay, I hope you have fun. Happy hunting for your shapes.